It's been 1 year since I started posting videos on YouTube as MTI Thomas. In that time, we've gained over 8,500 subscribers, over 1 million channel views, as well as fostering a thriving community.
I'm so thankful for all the love and support from you guys over the past year. Through thick and thin, it really means a lot. So to celebrate an entire year on YouTube, I came up with an idea that I think you will all really enjoy.
Early on in the channel's life, I uploaded a video covering a couple layouts based on the Series 4 episode Fish. Next, it was Series 5's Something in the Air, then Series 3's All at Sea, followed by many more episode custom sets, each segmenting SOTOR into key locations from the respective episodes.
So instead of covering a single episode like I did before, we're going to be building one giant layout that covers every episode custom set I made in 2024.
That means that every ECS video from Fish to the Diesel will be possible to generally recreate on this one layout. Some liberties will be taken here and there, but the general highlights of each set will be present. Quite the tall order, so let's break down everything we need to include. The list of relevant characters is quite lengthy this time. Normally, I try to stick to as few characters as possible, but considering the amount of ground we have to cover, our list is going to be quite long. Not including characters featuring in destination pieces, this set has to include Normal Thomas, Angry Thomas, Shocked Thomas, Duck, Henry, Percy, Shocked Percy, Birdie, Gordon, Donald, Douglas, Emily, Oliver, Diesel 10, Lady, Hector, James, Edward, Trevor, Terrence, Arthur, Bill, Toby, Stepney, Rusty, Ben, and Boko. But this set will be virtually worthless if all the engines don't have something to do, so we'll need to include some rolling stock as well. This list is even longer than the last, so I won't go over all of it, but essentially, in addition to Hector, we're going to need 45 more pieces of rolling stock for every engine to be able to pull at least 2. The last major things we'll need are the important destination pieces, as well as some specific track pieces with significance. Destinations like the Cranky and Bulstrode Harbor, Roller Coaster Mountain, Knapford Station, Tidmouth Sheds, and more have to be present, as well as things like the 3-way automatic switch and cross switch, which played key roles in certain episodes. Oh, but that's not all, because in order to recreate certain scenes, certain things will have to be placed in a certain order on the layout to make sense. For example, we'll need a hill right before the double railroad crossing to recreate the spotless record crash, a section with 3 lines next to each other for the scene in the Diesel, a raised siding next to the docks for Percy takes the plunge, so on and so forth. Each episode has its token location, so we'll have to be sure they get included in some form or another. Now, with all of that out of the way and everything set up downstairs, let's get started on this massive layout. Here we are in the dining room. I've cleared everything out in order to make a good amount of space for what we're about to embark on today. So over here, we have got the laptop with the script open and a couple of points that I'm going to refer to for the episode, which I just mentioned. We've got all of the major stuff that I need to include laid out. All of this stuff appeared in one or multiple of the episodes that I covered. So everything here will be used. And I'm not going to go back upstairs and add extra destinations in or anything. This is it. This is what we have to work with. We got a bunch of track over here. I got risers, got double track, got regular track, switches, everything, as well as some more goodies over here. And of course, we've got all of our engines that we're going to be using lined up on the table here, all that. And then we've got all of the rolling stock and freight stuff in here, which we're going to pull out later. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. It's probably going to take a while, but I'll take intermittent breaks at regular intervals to sort of cover the progress of the layout. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so it's been about 30 minutes and got a lot done, surprisingly. I wasn't expecting to have so much down. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but we've got Tidmouth Sheds all done, squared away. Same with Knapford Station. We've got these 4 lines here, and in particular these 3 lines over here. These are very important. Those account for, like, this whole area in the front accounts for a lot of stuff. We have the docks down, as well as the all at sea sidings and the plunge siding as well. So that's sort of a little dead end line that we have there. We've got the dam from Toby and the Flood over here with Roller Coaster Mountain. Around on the other side, we've got Henry's Tunnel. Also have Wellsworth. And I think the Bell Crossing I pulled from all at sea, although it's like nowhere near the docks. It's like on the other side of the set, but threw it in just because I think it kind of fits where it is now. There's still quite a lot to work with, and I also realized I did not get any of the road pieces, even though I have the road tunnel and Elsbridge and Wellsworth there, and Birdie is a part of this, so I'm gonna have to go and grab some of that stuff real quick. Got a lot done overall, pretty happy so far. Seems like we got a promising start, and yeah, I'll update you guys in another half hour. All right, here we are with update number 2. We have added what doesn't really feel like a lot, but actually is. We have the suspension bridge, and we got another bridge over here. We have got the little section from Rusty to the Rescue over in the corner there. I had to push the dam back, but fortunately I was able to work in the Tatmer Viaduct right in there. We've also got the something in the air section over there where we can take that apart and then use it. We actually have the Gordon and the engineer section. We got the signal station there. We got one station, and then we have Wellsworth. We've also got Elsbridge and the road, which is starting to come together, but I've been trying to connect the outer section. We do have a full loop now. We have a full loop that runs through here, but it has to go on the inside line and take a specific route. Otherwise, you just kind of fall off. So not too bad. I was a bit skeptical at the end of the last 30 minutes at being able to fit everything in. Definitely a little bit less skeptical, but it's definitely going to be a challenge. It's going to be very tight. There is a lot of space in the middle that I thought I was going to have to work with, but it actually turns out that there isn't that much space in the middle to work with. And considering that there's still like 2 stations, the quarry, the water tower coal loader, and some other stuff to put in, we'll see just how crazy it gets and just how far we can go with what we have now. But yeah, I'll kill the update for the time being, and we will move on into the next half hour of building.
That layout is looking pretty crazy. But you know what else is pretty crazy? If you take any of your Thomas trains or any of your trains in general, you take a really good look underneath of it, take a look very closely at the wheels, you might notice that you are not subscribed to the channel. What are you doing? Just do it. It's so easy. Just go down and click. Do it. Get to it.
With the layout completed, it's time to take the biggest tour in the channel's history. We're going to go through the entire layout, making note of each important section related to the 16 episodes I first made Tomy sets for. Starting with Tidmouth Sheds, this most prominently appeared in the 3 Railway Engines episode, but also in a couple other videos as an expansion add-in. Moving forward, we come to the water tower and coal loader, with a little siding next to it. This area provides the key scene for Hector the Horrid, where Thomas knocks Hector over. Next is our second big destination, Knapford Station, which appeared prominently in the Ultimate expansion for Thomas and the jet engine. Ahead, platforms 4 and 3 converge to one line. But let's travel backwards through the third line real quick. We cross over a single to wide switch, down the line and around to the docks, next to Cranky. Turning left takes us to the plunge pier from Percy Takes the Plunge, and going straight takes us to the triple sidings from All at Sea, complete with Herald. Back to the junction at Knapford, the line converges with Platform 2's line, loops around past Wellsworth Station, over the Bell Crossing, which was recycled from All at Sea, albeit swapped with a different version. Next is the 3-way auto switch, featured in the Thomas and the Magic Railroad Chase episode. Going down line 1 takes you over the suspension bridge, which appeared as an expansion add-in from Emily's New Coaches, but has been repurposed here for the bridge to the mainland from Rusty to the Rescue. On the other side of the bridge is the siding arrangement where Rusty and Stepney can escape the scrapyard. Coming back this way, of course, leads to all kinds of direction issues, which can be fixed at Tidmouth Shed's turntable. Back at the auto switch, taking line 2 leads you over a bridge, then down to a railroad crossing, which is a similar setup to Spotless Record for Arthur's Crash. This hill here could be also used for Edward and Gordon from 3 Railway Engines. Line 3 from the auto switch goes through a station originally used in Gordon and the Engineer, but due to spatial limitations was relegated here. Then there is a long stretch of straight rail, leading to the crossing before the line comes back together briefly. At the next split, the straight line goes through the coastal run, including the sunken line featured in Something in the Air, before descending and meeting back up. The right line crosses the Garter Bridge, used in All at Sea, but again repurposed to fit within the breakaway bridge from Toby and the Flood. Then we go up Roller Coaster Mountain, which could serve for Fish's Crash with Duck and Henry, over the dam from Toby and the Flood, then across the viaduct as it appeared in the Thomas and the Magic Railroad Chase episode, before heading back down to meet the other line, which funnels back to the Tidmouth Sheds junction. Moving over to platforms 1 and 2 of Knapford Station, we have an interesting situation. Going straight from platform 2 takes us around the outer side of the set, but going to the left leads through Henry's Tunnel, another key location for 3 Railway Engines. Then we connect back to the main line, through another station, and then around to the signal station. More on that one in a minute. Next we go through the docks, which appeared in a surprising amount of episodes I covered, which then leads back around to the middle line into Knapford, useful for the scene in the Diseasel where Bill and Ben mess with Boko. Platform 1's straight path goes around to split at Wellsworth Station. The outer line has a switch leading to the outer edge of the set. Both lines then go back to connect with the main line, then to the station and signal station areas, which emulates the path Gordon, Donald, and Douglas take during Gordon and the Engineer. At the junction on line 1, there's a line that leads down a branch line in the middle of the set. First up is the Elsbridge Station crossing, where the road crosses over, which covers both Thomas and the jet engine and All at Sea. Then we go past the windmill, which was taken from the Thomas and the Magic Railroad Chase set, even though the windmill doesn't appear in the actual chase scene. Next, we come around to Caroline Station, which appeared in Edward, Trevor, and the Really Useful Party as Wellsworth. Moving to the road for a bit, we're going to jump over to the corner here, with a turnaround loop and a junction with the ramp, as seen in the aforementioned episode where Bertie gets stuck in the mud. Then we loop around past Elsbridge, around and then through a road tunnel, which doesn't appear in any of the episodes, but was included for its appearance in the expanded Gordon and the Engineer set. Then we go past Caroline Station before reaching the end of the road. The original set had the road stretch over other parts of the set in order to turn around again, but it bothered me too much, so I sacrificed a full looping road for a nicer looking set overall. Back on the rails at Caroline Station, we go around a loop and then into a very condensed part of the set. We enter the loop of the cross switch, which connects to Maithwaite from the main line, encapsulating most of the action scenes from Emily's New Coaches. Also attached to the loop is the turntable and sidings from the aforementioned episode. Exiting the loop leads straight to the quarry loader from the Diseasel, representing the clay pits. We then loop around to head back into Knapford Station, and at long last, we are done with the tour. In the end, I am very proud of this set. It definitely had its fair share of struggle through the building process, but when you're working with a specific goal to accomplish, layout building becomes more about strategy and sacrifice than creativity and freedom. Nevertheless, I will stand by this one and its capabilities for recreating moments from the Thomas episodes I covered in Series 1 of my episode custom set series. With that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and a happy first anniversary to the MTI Thomas channel and community.
Next Monday will be the first in May, and thus the first in my grand scheme of videos based around the 80th anniversary of the Railway series. Stay tuned for all sorts of fun content coming soon.
But for now, as always, thank you so much for watching, and an amazing first year on YouTube. Don't be a stinker, and have a great day.